right, so this is our roundtable discussion for the movie night we're titling As You Wish, but as you hopefully know by now, it's called The Princess Bride. And since this is after the fact, we're not promoting it, so I guess we can kind of get away with a little loophole there.
Thank you, CBLI.
Thank you very much.
We love you guys, and best wishes to you in your endeavors.
We hope nothing but success for CBLI. What we wanted to do was really find a way to follow up with you guys after the movie's done, because really some of the points that we want to bring up about the movie, we can't really say before we show you the movie, because that would ruin half the story. So this is going to be available for you guys after you see the movie and just to follow up, and we'd love to hear your comments on it. So with that said, we'll get to it. Oh, by the way, I'm John, this is Jake, and this is Chris. So first question is, through the movie we see Wesley go through a lot of changes from farm boy to pirate, mostly dead to fully alive. What is the one thing that doesn't change? I know the answer to this.
Well, you wrote the question.
I wrote the question, so it's not fair.
And you're the only one that can answer it.
Sorry, Chris has not
Chris
seen
has not seen the movie.
I haven't seen it, so.
So this whole thing is pointless because Chris is going to get the movie ruined for him. The one thing that doesn't, spoiler alert, the one thing that doesn't change through the whole movie is Wesley's love for Buttercup. So true love for him is his primary motivator.
I thought you were going to go there. But he does somewhat get disillusioned when Buttercup marries Prince Humperdinck.
But
Or when she's engaged to be married him.
I don't know. Are you talking about when he's kind of testing her when after he takes her from Inigo and Fezzik?
Yes.
I don't know. He knows who she is the whole time. He just hasn't revealed himself yet. You know, he wants to test her to see if she even has any remote feelings for her. I don't think his feelings have changed. I think he just feels hurt that maybe, you know, she's walked away. So I don't think his motivation changed. He may have been a little bit more rough around the edges when, you know, he came back, but I don't know. I don't know if counterpoint.
Counterpoint, good point.
Nice. And one thing about the theme of true love with Wesley is really, as I thought about this movie, and this is a stretch, and I know that Rob Reiner probably didn't intend this, but when you look at Wesley's journey of love for Buttercup, he really pursues her through no matter what, and it really is, you know, this very similar in a way to how Jesus pursues us through, you know, through his suffering before the cross, and then what he suffered on the cross, and then his death and his resurrection. He pursued us all the way through death and back. And in the same way, you know, death, you know, Wesley says, death cannot stop true love. So I just thought that was one of those things that when you really kind of look at his character a little bit differently, you kind of give him a little bit of sway, you know, you can kind of see the Christ story in his character, which I think is, you know, ultimately the story that, you know, everybody wants to be, but they're not.
Yes.
You know?
But Wesley's resurrected body is not that impressive.
He's only mostly dead.
Right.
All right. How does Wesley win Buttercup's heart in the first place? So back when he was a farm boy.
Yes, he served her.
He served her. So in reference to Matthew 20:28, Jesus came not to be served, but to serve. So yes, he served her at every point, and he just proved his love for her, no matter how ridiculous the task, getting a water pitcher or, you know, moving a box from here to there or whatever. It didn't matter. When he said, "As you wish," it meant, "I love you." So finally, Buttercup got the picture after years of service. So this next question is the last one, and it's kind of a big one, so I kind of have to set it up here. And hopefully you guys have it at home, so if you don't hear what I say, you know, you can follow along. Prince Humperdinck and Count Rugen are bad guys in the film. In the end, do they get what they deserve? One is disgraced and the other is killed. Romans 12:19 and 20, paraphrasing, says that we should not take revenge, instead care for our enemy in his need. Look at how Wesley and Inigo handled their battles. What was their attitude after the fight was over? So the two, basically Wesley is pitted against Prince Humperdinck, and then Inigo is up against Count Rugen, who killed his father. So again, you bring in Wesley's motivation of he wants to go in and rescue Buttercup. He has no interest in killing Humperdinck because he's just he's just the guy that took his girl without permission. But on the other hand, Inigo is out for blood. I mean, when he formulates his plan, he says, "There will be blood tonight." So his desire is to kill him straight out. So I guess my question is, boiling it down, when Inigo and Wesley are sitting in the windowsill about to escape, get away scot-free, where was their heart then? Were they happy? Were they lost? Do you remember?
It's been a while, but I don't necessarily remember extreme jubilation on Inigo's part.
Not at all. In fact, he said, after chasing this guy for 19 years, I don't know what to do with my life. So he made his entire life about revenge. He focused his sword fighting and all of his skills to finding this man. I mean, he says it throughout the film. I am Inigo Montoya who killed my father, prepare to die. And then he, trained since he was a kid and, showed his scars, and his scars were a badge for him. The badge was meaningless for him. Everything he did in his life was meaningless. But then on the flip side, what did Wesley do? Did Wesley kill Prince Humperdinck?
No.
No. He let him go because it was pointless to kill him. He had mercy on him. And here Wesley rides off into the sunset, and as you kind of say goodbye to Inigo, he gets tempted to be the next Dread Pirate Roberts, whereas Wesley, the last thing you hear of him is the most passionate kiss ever was between him and Buttercup once they were free and away from Prince Humperdinck. So I just thought it was interesting, those two, when you juxtapose them, revenge versus mercy, you just see the fulfillment of their hearts.
Yeah.
So,
And you don't take revenge, you get the girl.
is that our takeaway for today?
Yes.
Okay, to all our New City fans, when you don't take revenge, you get the girl. I don't know if that's biblical or not, but I guess we'll go with that for now. That pretty much wraps up our questions. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you at our next film. Check back out our website, newcitytheaters.com. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye. Bye.